I gotta share it on Twitter real quick. Yo, what's up, Spicy Pepper? Dom, what's up, E? Alexis, Mango, Lona, JB, Gary, Dynamic, Sandollar, good morning. Yeah, Spicy Pepper, if you beat Dom, which actually, I think Spicy Pepper's been first before, but yeah, Dom G's first a lot. So if you beat Dom, you're fast. Good morning, Fred. Good morning, Kid. Good morning, Sin. Good morning, Brandon. Good morning, Mike. I was never first. I was. Oh, okay. I thought I saw you before. But yeah, good morning. Good morning, Afghani Mafia. Good morning. Good morning, Candace, Mel, Anna. All right, so FDIC members speaking before Congress are Barr, Grunberg, and Liang. The House testimony. The yield curve steepens most since 2008. Binance, the CEO, Zhao, was sued by U.S. over sham compliance measures. BlackRock, Fidelity lose out in $1 trillion China pension market. Fed's Jefferson says it will take time to curb high inflation. Netanyahu delays overhaul to stop Israel being torn to shreds, and Google asks judge to dismiss DOJ's digital ad antitrust case. The economic calendar for the day are advanced goods trades balance at 8:30 EST. It's already happened. The wholesale inventory's already happened. The core logic hope price index just happened. We have consumer confidence an hour after the market, 30 minutes after the market opens. Richmond Fed, 30 minutes after the market opens. And an hour after the market opens, you have Dallas Fed services. So 30 minutes to an hour into the open, you do have a couple pieces of news coming out, so be very careful today. I just wanted to point that out before I continued. Consumer incompetence. But good morning, everybody who's tuning in. Good morning. I forgot where I left off. Good morning, Leo, Manny, Charlie. What's up, Chuck? See, Devin's here. What's up, Boo-Rock? What's up, Genesis? Good morning, Evis. Good morning, Driz. All right, well, I read off all the different news that came out. I read off all the economic calendar events coming out today, so we'll get past that now. Good morning to everybody who tuned in. Be sure to drop a like on the stream. Let's go to the bigger time frame real quick, and then we'll talk about what we need to talk about. All right, so you guys can see we actually defended this 3-day support area again recently. We had that bullish engulfing. If you just look at the bodies as we came back down and filled that gap, had a really good bounce after a very indecisive candle, had a higher open, which a lot of the time that means if we can't pass that recent resistance, which in this case was this area here, then we're probably not going to get to move much more. We'll come back down, and it then ended up filling that gap, and we just kind of chilled for us today. Which if you go down to the smaller time frames, you can see it just again perfectly hit and then kind of cascaded down. But it wasn't really too crazy though. I would say yesterday was a very calculated sell-off just because it took forever. Go back to the bigger time frame again. Remove that. Again, that's still important if you want to use that in the future. But the fact that we're coming back down to this area again is a big surprise. 395.60. So we'll be about, we're not much more lower actually. Yeah, we'll be starting just under the 2-day ago close. So we'll be looking above this, above that previous day close to look to see if we can get a continuation above 396.30s. If that can happen, then we'll get a continuated breakout, and then we'll look towards yesterday's highs and open. And then if we can get past that 3-day area that I just highlighted to you guys, that area, then we should be looking good for continuation higher. If we end up cracking this support and rejecting and maintaining under that previous day, or sorry, 2-day ago close, then we are going to be pulling back all the way to the 9 EMA, which is actually pretty close for, on the daily time frame. So we'll see if we crack that. We'll see if we come back down and test this support I've been kind of looking at with you guys a bunch lately, which, again, this isn't normally how we chart. Normally we are just kind of sticking to these levels, these area of demands, but they have been sticking to these areas of support from 3 days because we never got that retest to hold here. They rejected it here, and now they're holding on top here. So this is clearly a very important area. So that's kind of the information we have on the bigger time frame, which I gave you guys a really, really good breakdown on this the other day. I think we used this chart. Yeah. We're just kind of talking about how price, regardless of how you grab your retracement, you know, they had this huge sell-off, rejected the control point, continuated down, then they had this catch. They rallied all the way to here, slowed down. You can see from that retracement, they held support still. They're looking good. They're actually trying to just hold in the top part of that fib. And then it doesn't matter, again, how you draw that fib. Let's say you're drawing it later now. Go from this low to this high. It's still holding really good fibs here from recent. So you can see pretty much as long as they hold 391.50s, bulls are trying to show, hey, we want to get to the top part of this fib, maybe even try to get out of this range. If they end up cracking the support, you have 388.30 there. And then under that, you have a lot lower levels, of course. But these are the two key areas below fib-wise that you kind of need to keep an eye on as well. But this is what we covered a couple days ago together. Smaller time frames, a whole nother ball game. I actually kind of like today's levels without even having to do much work. You guys can see the previous day lows are going to be kind of key today. So previous day low, pre-market low, if I can even mark it. There we go. 395.30, 395.50. This area is big for SPY to continue down. If this ends up holding, we can get some base built here or even push past 396.40s. This will look good. We also have previous day close right past that 396.40. So pretty much just when you see this level, think of 396.50 because it's essentially what you need to look over today. Pre-market high can be seen as a target, but it needs to be like a further out target because you have 397.30 here. You have the pre-market high. You have the previous day open up here. So a lot of good levels up above and below. Like I was covering. But give me a thumbs up or a yap that makes sense on the bigger and the smaller time frame. I'm going to start typing some of this out. But again, go back to the beginning of the stream. If you guys are just now tuning in, good morning to you. Be sure to drop a like on the stream. So far, we covered a bunch of the news that came out. We covered the economic calendar for the day, what time things are coming out. And then we covered SPY, bigger and smaller time frame. But I'm going to type this up real quick. Watch above. I'm sorry. Watch for a hold of 395.32, 395.55, or a break above 396.50. Sorry, I see. I almost forgot it. 396.50s for possible buyer moves below 395.30s. Target 395 just because that's a flat number that we have to worry about. 394 because that's the next level on our chart. Could type 393, but we have 392.64 there. I don't know what I just clicked, but we will go back and change that. We'll fix it. There we go. All right, so it looks like our break below targets are going to be 395, which is very, very close, I know. But it's the flat number you can't ignore it. 394 is next because it's that next bigger time frame level, and then 392.65 for the same exact reason. 392.65. So we got a lot of good even ranges here. Like, oh, break below this, target that. Break below this, target that. Break above this, target that. Break above this, target that. So, and if this does fall through, who cares? We can just grab a fib and we can look to see what kind of retest they do. And if it does end up falling through, then whatever. We have more levels here. We'll look to see if they break 394 then. It's not the end of the world. No music yet. I just didn't turn it on yet. I was focused on getting this stream started because YouTube is honestly acting kind of slow at first for me when I loaded it. Hopefully you guys aren't experiencing any kind of lag or anything. I was also trying to test it how much it affects the frames, but it's not affecting it much actually. I was just watching this little chart. I'll turn the music on here in a second, though, and I promise. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Tulip. All right, so that makes sense to everybody. We can move on now. We'll try to type up some others. We'll talk about some others. It looks like Apple under 157.30s can be very heavy on the tech sector, which, again, guys, please remember, when I say tech, That is very important. Why is that so important? So I'm going to answer that question while I try to type up these next ones. Looks like Apple under pre-market low or above previous day close is what we need to watch on that. Pre-market low looking good on Microsoft. Previous day close looking good on Microsoft. Or just wait for pre-market high at 276.75. Exactly. Tech carries the most weight in SPY. That is the exact correct answer. You cannot ignore tech because it is the most important sector. So when I say Apple, that should perk your ears up. If you see 157.30s break, 157.25, and let's say you see 274s break on Microsoft, that's very bad for tech. That's going to show up some seller candle on SPY to some extent. I mean, literally the only thing that could possibly stop a tech sell-off would be if multiple sectors started holding and pushing higher at the same time, just because tech weighs that much. Again, guys, if you click on the Analyze tab in your TOS while on the SPY chart, or you change the top part here to SPY, you'll see Apple is 7% of the market. Tech is almost 29% of SPY. That is insane. And you can see Apple and Microsoft, same sector. That equals a little over 13%. That is a huge part of the market. Understand how SPY moves before understanding how to confirm with SPY. Don't just go, oh, a candle closed past that level. That means it's good for my NVIDIA chart. Like, yeah, but what else? What else is going on? It's not hard to keep your sectors here on a little watch list. Just kind of keep them in mind. Give yourself that awareness. All right, looks like pre-market high on NVIDIA, which that's weird, 265.75. Then you go to Microsoft, 276.75. Pretty close levels. But AMD and NVIDIA don't look too bad. I don't know what's going on here with Amazon, but we'll just leave it there. 98.35 looks pretty good to upside. Probably just wait for previous day lows on that one. Ooh, Tesla looks really, really, really good. Ooh, yeah, I like Tesla a lot. I like how flat this is. This is probably the sexiest chart of the day. Ooh, we have such good targets. Yeah, we're adding Tesla now. We're not even going to wait. We're just going to add it now. Oh, that looks good. Very excited to see how that one plays out. But anytime you see a very, very flat pre-market and extended hours combined like that, that is a very, very amazing chart ready to go. So definitely keep Tesla on watch today. Look, Google's flat too. I mean, they're down, but they're flat. It's a very, very good sign. You want to see flat pre-market. You don't want to see huge movement. You can have a gap up or a gap down. That's totally fine. And have the consolidation there, but you always want that consolidation. Don't I have square down here? Yeah. I don't remember which levels I'm supposed to use for this chart. I think it's that one. Oh, it's an extended hours candle. Whoops. Alright, so this is pre-market low pretty much then. Watch coin 60.50 or 62.70. Didn't Baba kill it today? Yeah, I was going to say. I think I saw Sandola or somebody post that Baba was literally on fire this morning. And look at that. They're literally flying. Almost up $10. So that'll put them at 95.20 almost. So they'll be up just under that level right there. Not a bad base build. It just wasn't the best. I'd like to see a better reversal back towards this. So I guess of the move from here to, let's say it stops here, I'd like to see them come back down and try to hold 87.50s, and then you can look for a better gap up move again. But it's very, very volatile and freaky to swing trade Baba. They literally gap almost all the time. Sometimes they don't. I'm not gonna say they do every day, but they do a lot of the time, and it can definitely be hectic on swing traders. Alright, so Netflix under these two levels here, not looking too bad, not gonna lie. 320 could be, every $2 could be a target. 322, 320, 318. It looks like above pre-market high, 328 is a good initial sign, but it honestly looks like I need to raise that breakout level, because if you see, Open kind of had problems here, they had problems here, they had problems here, so I probably just need to go ahead and mark kind of above all three of them, which if you look, that honestly kind of lines up with halfway of that first breakout candle too, so I'm kind of liking this level a lot more. I might move it a little bit. Like right there doesn't look too bad. But at that point, you might as well just raise it and say 330. So I might just say 330 is the breakout for Netflix if we add Netflix. But I don't mind that one because it's actually kind of flat, and I like how clear the breakout levels are right here for downside. So it might be a really easy downside play today. But you guys know me. I like to always add plans for both sides because that's just pointless. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Just getting the list going. Make sure to read through this or go back in the stream real quick before the market opens. We do have about 9 more minutes. It just changed over. But we went over the news for the day. We went over the economic calendar for the day. What time different things come out. We've gone over SPY for bigger and smaller time frame. We've gone through pretty much all these charts. I'm just kind of going through now and kind of refining it, making it into a little list now. Just kind of remind myself during the day. So yeah, make sure to go back. But if you're just now tuning in, that's pretty much all you've missed so far for the first 20-21 minutes of the pre-market prep. Now I'm just trying to find a better. I kind of want to add 1 or 2 more down here, but I kind of want to make it AMD and Nvidia. I know we add those a lot, but I like them a lot. We added coin just for fun because it actually does have a pretty nice range from the bigger time frame levels we drew. Netflix doesn't look bad. I like Tesla the most, and of course, you guys know me. I'm always going to be watching SPY. Alright, I'm kind of just leaving these bottom 3 down here, just kind of remind me they're not. I didn't add like targets or go in depth on them or anything. Talked about them in stream, of course, while going over it, but just to kind of add some more to the list, I wanted to add that there. But let me send this out real quick. I have to send this out to like hundreds of people. But real quick, let me get a picture of SPY. Hopefully, a lot of you guys enjoyed some of the different breakdowns here. I know I kind of rushed through them, but we only have 30 minutes when I start, so try to get through them as quick as I can. But again, guys, you guys know where I get the levels from. I'm just, again, combining the levels to give myself these plans. Again, I'm not really... What's going on here? Okay. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Bet. One more. All right. Good morning, Rambo. Good morning, Ace. Dynamic says, watching Chewy potential bullish breakout. Good morning, Cam. Happy Taco Tuesday breaking levels. Jennifer Young, she asked, where would we find those levels posted? So anytime, besides when I make the list, of course, anytime you've seen me have a level that's off to the left of the screen that I'm not grabbing from the previous day or pre-market. Again, any level that's from the previous day or pre-market is what a lot of us consider BB levels, because this is part of the original BB system, which is just a day trading system where you trade from one level to the other, which is what you see here. I'll show you on the YouTube channel. For the rest of these levels, though, they are coming from the far left of the screen on the daily time frame. If I'm on the daily time frame doing swing trading price action analysis, then it's going to be levels from the monthly or weekly time frame using the exact same method. But be my guest, go to the playlist, go over to, I'm sorry, I have to like read because there's actually so many playlists now. How to chart technical analysis routine series. This is a very good start if you want to. There's like 16 videos in there that go over it. But the most popular video is my second most watched video, the workshop number 11. So if you want to figure out how I'm getting these levels, how we trade them, be my guest. Go check it out. We show you exactly how I get all these levels on all these different little charts, from SPY to all these different charts. We cover from bigger to smaller time frame what I'm doing to look for these potential trades, the 40% entry, the 80% entry, the buy the dip entry. I show you exactly volume wise what to look for, candlestick wise what to look for. But yeah, I pretty much show you everything head to toe, how you use my system and how you use what a lot of people in my community use for trading. And that's just basic price action. You can see the buy the dips right here. Without even using the 9 EMA, I'm just going over raw price action structure. You know, the different EMAs or the indicators, those can be kind of, you know, side confirmation. But I definitely come check out this video if you don't know how to use the levels, because I would say the levels, if anything, empower your trading. They make you start to think like, wow, I'm not just trading random spots now. Like, I'm actually trading in higher probability positions now, giving yourself more chance for that success. And yes, like Alexis Santana said, smash that like button. Good morning, Moon. Good morning, Pike. Good morning, Boo Boo. All right, enough explanation, guys. Let's get into the voice chat. But yeah, if you haven't watched that video and you're new to the channel, I would 3,000,000,000% check that out. That is initially how you do a lot of what we do in here, getting your levels. The levels really do give you a lot more confidence in your trading. Is today actually your birthday, Mel? I just want to like double confirm that. I don't want to say it if it really isn't. Okay, thanks. Is it posted on TWR Discord? New to that Discord. What, those videos? Those videos are public on my YouTube. The channel that you're watching right now.
Yo, good morning, everybody.
Do Mel and J-Bake actually share birthdays today? Is this what I'm seeing?
Happy birthday, guys. The Shermanator.
Morning, everyone. Happy birthday, Mel. Happy birthday, J-Bake.
If everybody's ready to hurry up and wait, like Josh just broke down, got a couple different things today between data and the Fed speakers.
I'm gonna laugh if Jay Bake's like, it's not even my birthday today. Yep, spicy pepper, you're right on it. Good morning, Tobias. My levels for the day. I don't know what Discord you're in. I already forgot which one you said, but if they have the bot in their channel still, I mean, you just look for a channel that's posting this list. It'll look like this every day. Or you could just come to the YouTube stream, of course. I share it here as well. But yes, I do share it in my Discord every day. I share it across multiple Discords. There's a lot of Discords that ask for the list, so I just share it with them. Sometimes they share their stream link, sometimes they don't. They like to act like I help run their Discord, when in reality, they don't know how to trade, so they ask someone who does know how to trade to run their Discord. There's a lot of Discords like that. I don't know how to make content, so I'm just going to use yours and have it as a cover story.
Well, that's the name of the game.
Everybody knows how to talk the talk, only few how to walk the walk. For some reason, they keep pumping the hour before London Open and futures. Easiest short of my life. Just shorted London Open and take profits after an hour, so I'm already done. Good job, Tobias. You already get to just chill out now. As you guys can see, Tobias is an international trader. Destroys the markets before half of us are even awake. It is smart, you have to admit. Yeah, for real, Tobias is on 2-day kill streak today, or this week.
And I think the coolest thing to take away from that is, even though he's making all that money, making that great trade in the morning, he's not, waiting, oh, now it's market open, let me get another trade. He's like, oh, I'm done for the day. Cool. See ya.
Just chilling now.
Just chilling. He's not going to give that money back to the market. He's not take daily what he needed to do and be back tomorrow. Come down to that pre-market low on the open.
Breaking down in the first 5 minutes. Probably just want to sit here and wait till you get that news that comes out this morning, guys, in about 28 minutes. And then you have more news 30 minutes after that. And then I think we're good to the end of the day. Alright, this guy isn't talking chat. He's getting banned. Made his account today.
Give him 20 minutes. His name will be Bueller. Tesla's at that yesterday low now. Google coming down more. Pretty much sellers on the open here, as shown on SPY.
Yo, good morning, King Carnage. I lost my daily profits multiple times. What a waste it was. Now we just working. Give me 20 to 100% on $200 risk, and I will take a free day off. What's up, Boo Rock? Yo, what's up, CM Trades? I see you joined the voice chat as well. What's up, man? Please say hi or something. You're sketching me out because your account is literally made from today. What's up, DX Mac? What's up, Jazz, Linwood, Shane from the Discord voice chat? What's up, Sherman, of course?
Yo.
Yo, CM Trades, you're in the voice chat and you're in the text channels. Say something, please. Text.
Oh, hello.
Message. Type a period for all I care.
Found on YouTube. Just created my account today.
I'm firing a warning shot in 5 seconds, CM Trades.
He talked in stock chat if you didn't see it.
He doesn't have permission. Oh, there he said. Okay, okay. Alright, you were about to get banned. You had all the parameters checked off for new account trying to spam my chat. Welcome, though. Welcome. Glad to have you. Glad you spoke up.
Alright, buyers stepping in. That's why we don't trade the first 10 minutes. XOM coming up. A little bit of dip buy on the banks.
What's up, Eric? Hope you had a great day. Oh, you said had a good day yesterday. Hope you all did as well. Oh, yeah, we did. A little bit of a slow sell-off, but man, it was still full of opportunity. I caught one final trade at the very end of the day. I put it in my trade log. Yes, Braden, keep that energy. Look at the wick up. Why you wait? That's why I've always taught y'all, like, try to time your candles. Like, it really is something. That is really a thing. Like, when you see the first, like, half of a candle, you're just seeing, like, the initial reaction of what just happened on the previous candle. The second half of the candle is really where you want to see it try to confirm. And if it ever confirms before that, then whatever. Don't try to jump it or force anything. Don't try to make anything up.
Microsoft still flushing.
Yeah,
Getting some pre-market low.
Meta's ugly. Tesla, Google.
Well, hold up. He said Microsoft's selling off. Apple's also pulling back. AMD's pulling back. Nvidia's pulling back. So all of tech is pulling back. Let's try to call them out in a row.
All right.
Now you got what Devin was going to say.
Meta, Google, Tesla, Amazon, all pulling back together.
Yeah,
XOM,
everything's pulling back. Honestly, K, Y, and C sectors are all pulling back. I haven't even bothered looking at energy or banks. I'm sure they're doing similar.
Banks pulled down pretty hard, but they're getting the dip bottom on them still. And that's what's helping out SPY.
Energy and healthcare are actually holding. Never mind. All right, cool.
Nvidia getting hammered.
Yeah, all of tech's moving. Like, that's crazy. All right, nice. So
Got 2 minutes on our first 10-minute candle here.
this is the thing I literally said. I didn't mean to say it as like, oh, this could happen today. I was just saying it as an example. But I was literally saying if tech was to sell off, the only thing that could keep SPY from selling off was all these side sectors holding up. But that's actually happening right now. You actually have energy all the way up to industrials holding. Healthcare's trying to hold. Financials aren't even really selling off. They're actually holding to the right now. So you could actually see that random example that I spoke about today. I did not actually think that would happen. I was just trying to give y'all an easy example to think of. But that's actually happening right now. So if you were here in pre-market prep, that's pretty funny. Because that was definitely not what I was trying to say, like, is going to happen. That's crazy, though. Yeah, Tobias, tech is very important. That's why I preach about it so much. This is why I preach about weights. I feel like I never hear many people talk about weighting of SPY. They're always just like, oh, did it close above or past your level? It's like, yeah, but what else? What's making it do that? You know, it's not just SPY magically moving on its own. What is making it do that? But yeah, so far in the first 5, almost going into the first 10 minutes of the day, we actually are holding the pre-market low support, even with tech moving lower. Tech, comms, discretionary, all those kind of push down at the same time for a moment there.
XOM's almost at yesterday high, about to pop.
Man, this is wild. I'm not joking. The example I said this morning, that is so rare and it's
You
so hard to
manifested
do.
it, Josh. It's all your fault.
It's so hard
Your
to
fault.
actually hold up the market while tech is selling off.
Yeah, JPM just turned their 10-minute green pushing yesterday high. Banks were holding up really well. See if Burke B is going to follow suit.
I'm just in shock right now.
First 10-minute candle.
Industrials are pumping.
We got another 10-minute candle starting right on top of the 9. No clear direction on the market at all. Buyers trying to defend, but not in a great position.
If buyers step in on tech, comms, or discretionary, we're gonna see some fat green candles on SPY, especially if all these side sectors maintain what they're doing.
XOM still trying to get over yesterday high. Apple's holding up much better than Microsoft. Amazon seems to be holding up a little bit better than Tesla.
Good call outs by YouTube chat. I see a bunch of you guys adding in. Should have known when the stream started with Dreamin'. Yeah, man, I did that on purpose. My portfolio is in shock too.
We'll get that other move when I grab a coffee. UNH pretty indecisive in the first 15 minutes. Just kind of flat, but long wicks to both sides.
10-minute on the UNH was a straight indecision candle.
And why do you keep bringing up UNH, Sherman? Just if anybody asks, why is UNH so damn important?
UNH is the highest weight in XLV and is in the top 10 of SPY. Highest healthcare.
There you go. And yeah, healthcare is a very important sector.
Second biggest in SPY.
And it's what? Next healthcare would be what? J&J at 12 or 13?
Yeah. They've been back-to-back 12, 13, give or take.
Yeah, they bounce around in there.
Especially with Meta and Tesla moving back up, it's moved those positions down. But regardless, they're still very high weights.
Still very important. Everything over 1%, I like to pay attention to. If it's over 1% weight in SPY, it's something I like to pay attention to. Put a higher low in here with the bulls on the 10-minute candle so far. XOM getting over that yesterday high, pushing higher. Microsoft still pushing lower. JPM leading Burke B. JPM almost at that yesterday high. Qs are selling off much more right now, hitting 306. If they can finally slow down, that'll definitely help out SPY, and that's the tech. Short B moving up a little bit more.
Getting rising volume on the 5-minute candle here on the third candle. Towards the end of it as well. Possibly getting a pump over today's open. Look for a push over today's open if you want bulls to take over short term here. 395.77.
I got a bigger time frame right there at 395.80.
Tech flushing is definitely not helping out, even with everything pushing higher. Comms finally trying to slow down. I see discretionary turned around a little bit, but tech did not slow down. Apple pushing new lows, Microsoft, AMD, Nvidia all pushing new lows right now.
Q's terrible right now. They got increasing volume to the downside since the open.
Bank's still holding strong. UNH starting to try to come back up towards the midpoint.
I'm convinced market makers watch this stream or something. That literally, I was saying that example because it doesn't happen at all. And it's literally happening through multiple candles now. This is insane.
Hitting that opening price area. Let's see if we can get it.
I'm not joking. If tech starts to get buyers, guys, SPY's going to pump. This is what compresses the market. Seeing these sectors converge like this.
Q's coming up a bit here.
They're well above today's open now. If they can just hold that candle there.
Amazon getting some good buyers coming in. Microsoft getting some good buyers on a wick. A lot of buyers on Microsoft coming in.
Key level above on SPY is 396.50 if this continues past today's open. Wicking down, still fighting today's open. A lot tougher of a battle than they thought. See a couple sectors turning red, turn a little bit more red again on financials and discretionary. Comms slowed down again.
Yeah, NRD, sometimes that's the best when something like that happens and, you know, kind of get your mental shook up. Just walk away for a little bit, come back, reset.
All right, a lot of your side sectors have slowed down now. If industrial staples, base, utilities, and energy do not continue higher, which all of them are slowing down or reversing right now, and tech continues lower, you're going to see a fat reversal here on SPY.
Got a minute 30 on this 10-minute candle.
I was
It's
wondering.
looking like one of those good 30-minute candle days.
And there's news in the 30-minute candle.
Yep, and then there's news on the 30-minute candle.
And then 30 minutes after that.
But that rule we were talking about yesterday, Josh, is applying right now with the candles on the 10-minute. So Good example. Yeah, we got a fat indecision candle so far on the 10-minute.
Bro, I'm sitting here just like, who's gonna win this little tug of war?
Tobias, so on the 10-minute chart with the 9 EMA on the if you have candles like right now currently on the 10-minute chart on the open where you have most like a good part of candle on both sides of the EMA. Like right now, we've printed 2 candles pretty much right on top of the 9 EMA, and just saying that there's no one really clear in direction. You just kind of want to sit on your hands until you see more clear direction. You can see that play out at other parts of the day too, where they'll start printing candles right on top of the 9 EMA on the 10-minute, and it's mostly just a choppy time. So just when I see a candle print right on top of the 9, it's like, all right, I probably don't want to take a trade yet. So we have more information, like the 30-minute candle. Right now is the first 10-minute candle that's on top of the 9 EMA. Now we're going to watch and see if it confirms or is it going to wick down underneath and stay right on top of the 9. Put a higher low in again.
Still struggling with today's open. We did not close over it on the 5-minute. We opened over it on this candle. Now we're flushing. Not a single candle close over.
And now our 10 minutes giving us that same look with the 9 EMA. The candle's coming back in. Can we break low, or is it going to put a higher low and just print right on top of here again? Still a bunch of time with this 10-minute candle, but watching it play out live. And it looks to be doing almost the same thing on the 5-minute as well from Josh's chart. Every candle's just printing right on top of the moving average. Apple moving a little bit lower. Microsoft still trying to get back over pre-market low.
AMD had really good strength to the downside throughout since the open.
NVIDIA supported it as well. Moving lower. Netflix is being stronger than Google and Meta, trying to come back up to pre-market high. We've seen that quite a few times recently. Third 10-minute candle on a low. It looks like SPY is trying to put a higher low in. Still haven't popped that opening price like we need.
Very nice wick up. We'll see if it closes like this or not. Still got a little bit in this candle.
XOM's potentially trying to play at a 3-bar play at yesterday high on the 10-minute. See if it can make that new high.
Amazon trying to hold today's open while Tesla's trying to base on 188.20s.
SPY coming up towards that previous high.
Google, Meta, Netflix all trying to reverse and slow down. Tech sector is really what's weighing us down now. Apple, Microsoft, AMD, Nvidia.
Let's go, big dogs. Get it moving.
I do like Microsoft right here. If they can't get over this little golden pocket around 274, 27 to 274.72, I would like to see it for more downside. Even still, they're right below the pre-market low right now.
We have news in 5 minutes. Really good close over the 9 EMA and today's open on SPY 5 minute. Possibly seeing continuation into 396.50s, but we do have news in a few minutes.
JPM and Berkby trying to move higher, and UNH trying to move to the upside, helping out SPY. Amazon holding up pretty well, almost back at pre-market high. See where this news is going to take us.
I don't think it'll do much. I think it's just going to make a really fat wick appear.
A big old nothing burger.
It's just not the news that's important right now.
No, it's really about what the Fed says. Or doesn't say.
What's up, Mel? Happy birthday, pal. Good morning, Lucky Nugget. How you doing? Unless consumer confidence just comes out and everyone's freaking the F out. Then people will listen to it and we'll get a bigger sell-off. Tech and comms got weaker from literally 5 seconds ago. This is how heavy tech is, guys. This is how heavy tech, comms, discretionary truly are. The fact that just a couple sectors are just slightly red and they're holding us down like that with everything else trying to actually move pretty well. The combined effort is coming to a halt so far. Rising price on lowering volume. Great eye creator trades. Glad to see somebody was seeing it. Every excuse to raid some stops is enough for a market maker to eat it. And good morning, everybody in the Discord as well. What's up, Ash Millie? What's up, Chrisaka? What's up, Jazz? What's up, Rubio? I think I already said good morning to everyone else.
It's everybody listening to it here.
Really good eye creator trade so far. They've just been flushing it since your mention.
Few more minutes to our 30-minute candle and some news.
Microsoft about to hit 273, rejecting that golden pocket area I mentioned earlier very nicely.
See if they wick us up right before the news comes out, or if they're really
Yeah,
going to
that's what I'm
close
waiting.
lower. If they wick us, it makes sense because keep us near today's open, you're as indecisive as ever. 30 seconds left in that 5-minute candle before the news drops. Again, I don't really care what the news is. I'm simply here to play the reaction.
The catalyst.
I think a lot of people kind of misconceive why news is important sometimes. Right now we're in a news-driven market. And yeah, they are waking it up a little bit. Makes more sense. Candle closed. All right, now here comes the fun.
All right.
I see tech and comms got more weak. Another 0.10% down from my last mention of them. God, I bet a heat map right now looks crazy on the stock market just for SPY. Brady, you got to go up to the top left of your watch list. There'll be a little number, like right here. Change that to 1 or whatever you want it to. And then here next to SPY, change that to whatever number you want. Make sure those numbers match, so as you go through it, it changes it on your main screen. Or whatever, if you have multiple charts loaded, whatever chart you want it to load onto. But that's how you go for it.
So far, we have had that wick down. Q's coming back up. See if they can hold this 306 area.
Comms are trying to hold a higher low. Tech did make a new low on XOK. Yeah, good call out. Netflix is kicking ass today. It's the only green ticker on my screen there on that left side.
Well, I really trying to get back up here to that yesterday low, see if it's going to pop that and take out that opening price. XOM still creeping a little bit higher. Bank's still holding up. Just need tech to come around. The Qs are coming up pretty well.
AMD still going down, increasing volume on the 10 minutes since the open.
Still very weak volume on the market. This 10-minute candle has decreasing volume overall. Call this a nothing burger. Just nothing's exciting. Get up over that opening price, see if we can get over this previous intraday high. Coming up decently fast to that previous intraday high. Apple's starting to get some buyers. XOM moving to a new intraday high. Netflix still holding up.
Jordan, it's an anomaly. Whenever you see that, it's a very good sign of possible reversal or the start of a reversal. It could just be one of many confirmations that a chart needs to move up higher or move lower. A lot of the time when I see a smaller candle with a lot of volume, it's a lot of the times an inverted hammer or a hammer. Again, just hammer. Who cares if you say the right name, inverted or not? We'll all know what you mean. I wish we could go sideways forever. My calendar spread. Good job, Black Beauty Machine. Pop that ES with volume. Tesla basing. Good call out, creator trades. And yeah, tech back under negative 1%. Comms also back to just 3/4 down percent after being down past 8%. So they have recovered a little bit. Nothing crazy though.
Square coming up through pre-market high on big volume.
That's a very good reversal candle though, after the news. Just because you already have your low here. You have a good level here, and they made a higher low. And after the news popping up, having that good volume pop up with that very long wick that went under, it's a very good sign that there is some upward pressure there. Now the question is, what do they need to hold past? They need to hold past today's open. They need to break today's high. They need to reach 396.50s for a better breakout level. They're still just technically in range, but still really good upward pressure from that candle. In the same sense, this candle had good downward pressure. Netflix reached that next target at 331.40s. Watchlist is on fire today again. If you guys have been paying attention to just the watchlist levels, you've definitely gotten nothing but opportunity, and it's only Tuesday. Yeah, Tesla has pretty nice base. Basically, you should be looking good as long as 188s are holding. If that breaks, though, that could get a lot uglier. Also helps to watch Amazon. They rejected pre-market high, broke today's open. They're now heading back to the meat of the low of today. Nvidia got a very good hammer at support with pretty good volume too. So you have some upward pressure finally on Nvidia. Same for AMD, very good volume stepping on a very small candle, possibly sending price back up to the 9 EMA on both of those charts. Microsoft fighting their 9 EMA on their 5-minute chart. And Apple also has some nice upward pressure above the 157 area, 156.70s. So we'll see if they go tap their 9 EMA. But it looks like what a lot of the charts are doing are just getting some buyer reaction to reach whatever they just fell from. Very, very normal piece of price action. What you want to look out for next is if they do continue on moving up higher, are they taking any ground again? Kind of in the sense of how SPY retook today's open. They need to also take out today's high, or this is a failed rally. This upward pressure will mean nothing if it can't make that new high.
Ten minutes trying to get increasing volume from candle to candle with about 2 minutes left as we pop that new high. See if we can keep going over that 96.50.
Yeah, 396.50 is huge. Comms recovered a little bit more since I last spoke. Tech still in the exact same spot. But we have seen healthcare pick up a little bit more. We've seen a lot of these other sectors pick up a little bit more. Not a lot of these were near 0.5%. Since those retests and slowdowns, a lot of them have moved higher. So it's a very, very good sign that the combined effort has not come to a complete halt just yet. Tech's still getting some upward pressure. We'll see if they can get anywhere from it. But that's keeping SPY break even just about. Again, we'll see if they can reach that 396.50. Apple touching 9 EMA as expected. Microsoft tapped it. AMD still working towards it. Nvidia still working towards it on 5-minute chart. Amazon trying to hold this base they have, which can actually help Tesla as they've been holding their base for multiple minutes now. So it's giving good upward pressure for Tesla. They've tapped their 9 EMA. See if they tap their previous day low. Google tapped their 9 EMA after the dip. Meta is going to tap theirs again after that dip. And Netflix never even really dipped. They just held their previous day low and bounced super hard. 396.50s is getting very close after breaking above today's open and making that new recent high. Even though I messed up and am not trading anymore today, it's nice to see all my watch lists hit their targets. Good job, Dynamics. Although it looks like it's testing again. There we go. Pretty much touching our area. 396.50 is the exact cent you want to kind of keep an eye on. But really good retest after what we thought was the end of the world with tech and comms and just discretionary all having struggle moments this morning. We see the rest of these sectors pick back up, and we start to see comms slow down a little bit more. Tech still literally sitting where it was sitting earlier, so that hasn't really fixed much. Tech sector still having problems. But comms did recover a little bit, so that helped out a lot. Very, very impressive. It is. I'm not gonna say it's rare, but it's not all the time you see tech and comms and discretionary sell off, and we still hold support. That is so just. That just doesn't happen a lot. So it's very impressive when you do see it. It's also very hard to do that. But they held their ground. So far. Again, that buy reaction on tech has done its job. We'll see if it holds up now. As you start to see some slowdowns on Apple and Microsoft after tapping their 9 EMA, Nvidia and AMD still kind of getting there. Very, very close to their EMAs on the 5-minute. SPY hit that target, so they'll probably chill out now, see if they can hold over that recent high, or if they're going to try hold over today's open still. They're kind of stuck in between here now.
We're having some really good continuation after closing above their pre-market high on good volume.
Rising buyers, AMD, 5-minute, good call at Pike. Thanos, what you doing back there, pal?
No, you can hear that? They're outside, like, putting a pole in the ground.
Jesus.
Across the street.
Yeah, I honestly thought it was, like, Thanos, like, eating or something.
No, they got like one of those pole machines that are driving into the ground.
Be sure to drop a like on the stream if you guys enjoyed the pre-market prep and a lot of the updates in the first 45 minutes of the open market. I appreciate everybody being here. I thought he was saying Thanos was putting a pole in the ground. Shit, Thanos probably could. Yeah. Thanos landscaping. See in the next few moments or so if Amazon wants to continue holding this potential base. Tesla tapped that 9 EMA, almost tapping that yesterday low. We'll see if they want to continue or not, but they have a really good push over. Just again covering Amazon alongside it because those do belong to the same sector. Nvidia tapped that 9 EMA, AMD pretty much tapped that 9 EMA. So everything I said about those buy reactions already happened. Now what you want to see is, do they continue? After their reset moves that potentially happen, if they don't just continue pumping, of course, will they continue to hold over those 9 EMAs and these important levels like their pre-market lows, their previous day lows? Different charts are dealing with different levels right now. But that's what you want to look out for. Apple looks to be in good shape. Yeah, I'd expect some resets on like Tesla, Amazon, if they don't just continue pumping. Maybe AMD, Nvidia, just because they had a little bit more sharper of a reversal than I would say Apple or Microsoft did. Dreaming has ended. Watch out below. Meta getting some good moves. Tesla still holding up very well. Nvidia holding up very well. Maybe they don't want their resets. They want to go pump first. Apple trying to retake pre-market low. Yeah, I could definitely see some green stepping in for SPY if this continues this way. I would prefer the reset first, but if we continue getting the buyers, we can't ignore it.
Q's coming up to 307. Boeing has not stopped coming up. Meta has increasing buyer volume on the 5-minute.
SPY is struggling with previous day close area. That's where we get that 396.50 area from. Rising volume with the wick on top. So far. Still have 30 seconds left in this candle. This and the 10-minute candle are closing, and then in 10 more minutes you'll have the 30-minute candle closing. Yep, double top on the 1 minute. Good call out, Brady. Hey, and if it makes you nervous, Lucky, don't touch it. That's a big thing that I think a lot of people need to work on too, is not just, oh, I need to take more trades or take more reps or limit myself to just good trades. Well, limiting yourself to just good trades also increases the amount of times you're not going to be taking a trade. So becoming really good at not taking trades, if that makes sense, will also help you out if that's what you're truly trying to do. So don't beat yourself up. If you don't feel good, don't touch it. Nobody should be able to force you into that trade, including yourself. Thank you guys for almost 100 likes. Appreciate each and every one of you. Like I said, pretty nice seller candle against resistance of that previous day close. We hit that 396.50. Got a nice wick on top. Good rising volume. So returning back to get a better reset or reversal for a retracement, so we can get a potential bounce, or we'll get a continuation through. But either way, we needed this to happen. Where's a good pullback on SPY? You're getting it right now, man. Gotta be patient. We'll see if they can hold this high right here. If they're going to hold this high, or if they're going to hold that 395.70s, which, again, I wouldn't be surprised if they wanted a better retest of this, since all they did was launch through it. They didn't really retest it. So if they were to come down and test this level, I wouldn't be shocked either. But that was a really good seller candle at a really good spot, too. See if we can get a lead test going. Got a good drop from a good push up. See if we can get a good reversal now. Got a good hammer at support now. Possibly getting some upward pressure off 395.77. All right, give us some green candles so I can draw my fib. There we go. All right, see if we can catch us a lead test. If I have to redrop the fib, I will. No established reversal yet. I'm probably going to have to redraw that fib. Oh. I'd have to see where you're grabbing your fib from, Pike. I'm just going from recent high to this reversal where we're finally getting some support catch. If we don't get this retest, I'm not touching it. Again, guys, feel free to share as many examples as you want of you trying to grab a lead test or trying to play the levels in the Discord chat as much as you'd like. That's what it's there for. So if you guys have examples or something you have to ask about, please drop it in there. There's many people who want to help you out. You just got to be able to ask. Or just share it. It's not even about asking. We're not here to tell you what's right or wrong. We're just giving constructive criticism. Take it if you want. The next news is in 5 minutes. Is lead test only done on the 1 minute? No, you can do it on any time frame. I just decided to do it on the 1 minute because I like to scalp really quick. I got it from the whole move to the downside. All right, let me go review then. I don't do them like that, to be honest with you, Pike. If you've watched any of my scalp videos, I do just off of like the recent drop to the reversal, like in SPY's case. Like SPY just rallied, right? And then it finally sold off to here, and now it's kind of catching some slowdown. So I'm going to go grab that move. I'm not really like... You can grab it like that. I'm not saying you did it wrong. I'm just saying I'm doing it for a lot more short-term moves, so... Feel free to drop that, though, in chat. Tag Leland if you want. See what he thinks about it. Also, I think you're on the 5 minute. I'm on the 1 minute, so yours is probably going to look a lot cleaner than mine did. Yeah, it is. I'm looking at yours now, actually. I see you posted it. It's a lot cleaner than mine. But yeah, essentially that's what you're going for. You got it. Good job, Pike. I'm really glad to see you working on that, too, because a lot of people keep... I just keep seeing a bunch of people bitching and moaning while we're literally showing people... super passive opportunities day in, day out, you know? So I don't know. So I'm glad to see you working on it. All right, I'm going to go fix that fib. Rejecting 9 EMA with a pretty good hammer. They might not go up for that retest. That might have been the retest. Yep, there it goes. I was gonna say 2 hammers popping up in the same spot. That ain't looking too good.
In the end, Bears not forced to trade, though. You know how it goes.
Oh, I'm not even tripping. It's just like that was so clean. Especially when that hammer closed like that, I was like, hold up. that might have been the retest. They didn't care about that area just yet. They broke today's open too, guys. That could be your bearish confirmation for continuation on the 1 minute. You have 1 more minute to the 5 minute closes. And this 1 more minute also closes your 10-minute candle, your 15-minute candle, and your 30-minute candle. So we'll see what happens here. Very indecisive 30-minute candle, though. You can tell because you have a small body and very long wicks on both sides. Little longer of a wick on the top side. But yeah, ever since that hammer came in, they did not like that. Tobias. Hey, I want to thank you again. Yes, you don't call out action calls, but you give us the knowledge in your checklist strategies to help us better us become better traders, that is 100% better than being better followers. I appreciate that, Eric Beard, because that's my goal. I don't want to create followers. I want to have just a bunch of leaders everywhere. That'd be crazy. Everybody trading lead test or 40% entries or buy the dip entry or retest. It's beautiful. And even if people don't use the strategies that we promote, I hope that people at least use their own strategies on my levels, because the levels themselves are so easy, a child could draw them. You know, I really could teach a child to draw these levels without me having to teach, like, stay on their ass about doing it over and over again. Like, a child could do this. Navigating it, though, is a whole nother level. That's the part that people, that becomes a little bit bigger of a barrier, is navigating the levels. Putting the levels on your chart, being able to read them, that's one thing. But navigating, it's a whole nother level. And now they're just tanking it.
Duck bit.
What sectors did I tell y'all to watch, everybody? Tech. They kept selling off. Healthcare slowed down. Discretionary slowed down. Comm slowed down. Financials really weren't moving that much to begin with. Industrial, staples, a lot of those are slowing down now. This is helping tech and a couple of the sectors that were selling off move lower, making SPY look a lot worse. A lot of those stilts that were holding up the market just now are getting hit down by tech and a couple others right now. A lot of nasty moves just happened. Amazon's still defending that low. Very impressive. Like I said, Tesla probably slow down after hitting previous day low in 9 EMA, and then you'll see where the better move comes from now. So if they can hold this as a double bottom or a higher low, this will be a very, very good sign for potential buy the dip move on Tesla. If not, though, that's definitely going to be fading very heavily. Kind of like what you see on SPY here. We're going to remove that now. See you later, Andy. Have a great day.
They're gonna take it to 395 in one shot, huh?
Looks like it. New low of day. They broke 395. Nasty.
Bears are in town. Amazon at pre-market low. Apple, everything rejected in unison. XOM still holding up, but banks are losing some levels. See if they can take out previous intraday lows.
Flush, 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 flush. Good job, Carnage. 17% is a beautiful percentage.
We're going to go straight to 394. Amazon's getting closer to that yesterday low. Microsoft moving lower. See if NVIDIA takes out that previous intraday low.
What was the pump up song you played that caused the SPY to pump? It's called Must Be Dreaming. Here, I'll try right now. It's on right now. Braden, point of break to point of slowdown. Point of break to point of slowdown. If that's your slowdown, I was just showing you as an example because we don't know yet. This just appeared, so it's not really fair to say, oh, we're reversing from here. There's a green candle there. Yeah, it also just started, so it's not fair to say that. But essentially, that's what you're going for your fib. Good job, Mel. Ooh, good update in chat. Fantastic, John and Minnie. Great job. Good job, Tobias. Just want to say thanks for that workshop number 11 video. Seriously changed my trading forever. Appreciate you, Jay LaFleur. LaFleur and LaFlame. I'm glad to hear that, though. Hopefully other people also take time to review the video. Not just, I don't mean just watch it. Watching it, that doesn't do anything. I'm talking about watching it once, going back through it a second time on your own chart, and just kind of going with it and just kind of doing your own levels at the same time. You can even do different charts or different examples if you want while you're following the video. Just kind of challenge yourself. But very awesome way of getting your levels. And then, of course, it kind of shows you also in that video what entries you can limit yourself to based on those levels. And it's all price action. So if you're like, oh, but I trade with this indicator, awesome, throw it on top. It doesn't ruin the system. If anything, you're just further padding how many confirmations you have if you have other indicators. Which I again just can't stress this enough. Do not flood your screen with indicators. In my opinion, if you have more than just a couple indicators, you're not really helping yourself, because there's no way in hell you're tracking that much shit. And they're all lagging, so you're not even tracking real-time information. You're tracking late information. If 3 out of the 4 things you're confirming with are lagging indicators, then you're 3 out of the 4 times probably going to lose that trade. Price action is very effective because it's real-time information. Indicators are late information. This is why price action is king. But don't get me wrong, indicators are still amazing. I'm just, again, pointing out the difference to you. What a crazy fib that would be to go to 395.50. You can do that fib for the lead test, or you can go with the open range breakout fib to see, of this move, do they want to go back up and hold 50% of this? Do they want to hold a golden pocket? Do they want to reject this and come back down? There's really only 2 fibs you could grab right here. You're looking for the lead test or for just the retest of 395, which again would be about halfway point of the breakdown. Having trouble with that area towards the end of this 5-minute candle. In that case, dreaming is a catalyst instead of an indicator. Dreaming is a catalyst. Tech is 1 1/3% down on the day. You guys remember back when I was talking about it earlier, it was only down 0.84%. You also have comms down almost 1%. Discretionary is down 1/3%. Healthcare is down 1/5%, and financials are flat. So a lot of your top sectors are red or flat. Nvidia could build off that higher low. AMD could build off that higher low. They still have chances. Microsoft made that new low of day, and so did Apple, though. So we'll see if Apple can maintain under 156.60s to continue lower. Amazon trying to defend above previous day low. And yeah, with Amazon tanking under that meat of that low they were trying to hold on for multiple candles today, finally helped test the break lower as well. So we saw a lot of things move together just now. Even the comm sector moved very well with the market just now. Nope, I don't even really know what Caleb zones are. I keep getting questions about that, but I don't even know who Caleb is. If you would like to use effective areas of supply and demand, is what they're called, not zones, go over to my video. If I can find it. Here it is. How to chart supply and demand zones. BB style. This will give you good intro to bigger and smaller time frame supply and demand. Therefore, you're not just looking for one or the other. Now you can know how to look for both. I'm not on Spaces, so I don't know. I don't get on Twitter Voice. I get on Stream where people can see my screen instead of just hearing my voice and all the drama that ensues with it. Just want to talk about charts, go over charts. It's cool if there's other strategies. I don't doubt it. I just don't know who the hell they are. Yo, get wrecked, everybody. Check this out. Eric said, Bueller said his plots and indicators are so easy a kid can draw them. Well, here's proof. Teaching my 3-year-old as I learn too. What a legend.
Legend.
Get him started early.
Damn, that's baller. Put 2 flame emojis on that. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I grew up watching CNBC and Jim Cramer. You can imagine how that turned out. Not too good.
Man, I wish. I didn't even know what the stock market was until I was like 25, almost 24. Like, I knew what it was, but I didn't really, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't, yeah, not at all.
When I came out of the womb, I was yelling theta. That kid's gonna grow up to own the markets, yeah. That's pretty cool, though. Take a look at the feature. Oh, was that you, Eric? That was Eric Beard. Hey, what's up, man? I gave you access. I didn't realize that was the same Eric. But hey, man, I'm glad to have you in the Discord. And yeah, my bad, man. We have such tight restrictions on our. I've been going over like I've apologized to so many people lately. But if you guys type in if you don't have a role in chat and you type in all caps or you type any kind of word that probably shouldn't be typed, even if it's not even that bad of a word, our Discord bot will just it'll delete the message. It'll even sometimes mute you if you do it multiple times. So be careful if you don't have a role in my chat. Don't go overboard to type all caps or type cuss words. And I think some images will even be blocked, even if it's not even that bad of an image. It's just like a chart or something. Sometimes it'll get blocked. So if you don't have a role, I'm sorry, there are tighter restrictions, and it's just to block out the amount of craziness that joins our Discord. I mean, you guys would be mind blown. I mean, I'm sure y'all are well aware. We get plenty of scammers, spammers, and just toxicity. So we try to keep all of that out. And that's really the only way to do it accurately and efficiently, is that plus having a team of moderators on top of that. So I have auto mods and I have actual people looking at chat deleting this stuff. So all of that going into just try to keep the chat clean for everybody. So I do apologize that we have to have those tight restrictions, and it does kind of make it annoying that you can't post GIFs or images or type as you want to if you don't have a role, but I do apologize about that. But it's how it has to be. Can't just let them keep joining our server and scamming and spamming and which I don't think any of you guys are gonna get scammed. I don't think y'all are stupid, but GIF, what does it matter? Thanks, it's all good. No apologies needed. Happy to be here. Glad to have you, Eric. J-Pal Spidey sense tingling. My replacement has begun his training. Oh, we're talking about Eric's kid.
That's funny.
Good morning, Trader Maker 82. How you doing? I came out the womb decaying like an options contract. I just read that. How long have you been trading, Bueller? I think I'm still under five or 6 years. I'm really not in the market that long. Options though, I've only been in the options market for I think just under 4 or just about 3. It's still really not that long. I joined the market really just kind of get into like compound interest and dividend investing, and then for a while I just kind of watched everything else, and then I got into options later on. It wasn't I didn't get into the market and options were the very first thing I tackled, which thankfully, because that would have sucked. I would have lost a lot more in options than investing. But I'd really say these last 2 years is really where I've really started to kind of grow a lot more. People really do underestimate how long things take. It's not even to like what today's kids would say, get good. It's not even about just getting good. It's also about just getting some stability, getting some routine, getting your own kind of consolidation underneath your feet. So as you start to take on new parts of the market, or you see crazier moves, or a news-driven market, bull market, bear market, it doesn't matter. You're always going to have that non-bias. You always have a plan for both sides. But to have that mindset, it takes literally months, years to build that up. You don't just wake up one day and you're like, bam, I know exactly what I need to do every day from here on out. No, that's something you're going to learn as you go. So what is something you can do to learn as you go without losing as much money as possible? Well, that would be mental trading, visualizing as much as you possibly could. And that is something I strive with. I still to this day do that. Some of the best traders in my chat, Leland username, a lot of these guys, Marente, a lot of us still visualize trades regardless of us taking real trades or not. Because at all times, you need to be visualizing, all right, what if I entered here? Here's my stop loss, here's my target. All right, bam, it hit my target, get out. You need to have that mindset of continuously following that routine, continuously following your discipline, continuously limiting yourself to certain types of entries. You know, having that routine. Do you have a set system on how you get your levels, or how to look for your initial trades? Do you have a system for that? Do you have a system for entry and exit? Do you have a system for how you review or how you jot down in your trade log? Do you have all of that thought out? You know, this isn't something you just wake up or one weekend you're like, bam, I get all this. Like, to build up that knowledge, or to build up that what Evis is calling general knowledge, to build that up, you don't just get it instantly. It takes months and months and months of time, years of time to actually build that up. So don't beat yourself up if you're someone who's in here and you've been here for a year and you're still not really getting anywhere. Build up some consolidation of your own. Do you use a trade log? If not, you're already making a huge mistake. Do you review anything you're going over? Do you ever look back on your trades? Are you just jumping into trades with real money instantly all the time? Are you actually giving yourself that practice that you need to use? Because I know for a fact 9 out of 10 people in here don't go over their charts after the market's closed. And I know that because I ask you guys to post examples all the time, and I get the same 3 people posting. So it's really up to you to grow. I post a list every day. What's to stop you from reviewing it every day? Or even your own list. You make your own list. Follow your own levels. What's to stop you? What's 5 minutes of your time? Again, what I'm covering right now isn't taking up an hour. It's taking up 5-10 minutes. Go add some levels to your charts. Review. How did price react to them? And I'm not targeting anybody. I'm just saying that because, I mean, that's just how it is. I'm not here to be your best friend. I'm here to tell you how it is. Boo rock. Heck, I do, but I'm new. I do. You have to. But yeah. Put your own discipline in your own. But put all this into your own hands. You're in control of your future. The market isn't control of how much you're putting at risk. You are. You're in direct control of that. The market doesn't. You don't wake up and the market forces your hand at putting $10,000 into a trade. That's you doing that. That's not the market. That's you. You're in control, not the market.
Ten minutes set up good here for maybe some more downside continuation if this candle breaks out with some volume here. It applies to everyone. Got to be honest with ourselves and grind if we are taking this seriously. Facts. Whoa. Ooh, good visualizing practice, Burak. I just saw your little cute drawings you got there with your arrows. Not many of us girls into trading, only a few. Man, I got like almost 30 ladies in my chat. If you reach out to me on Discord, I will show you the channel that they are all in. But yeah, I gave all my ladies their own channel. I mark my levels the night before, look at them around 8 a.m. and make adjustments, then compare it based on your own pre-market levels, building my knowledge base while practicing what I have learned. Awesome job, Eric.
And I saw some of your gains, man. You've been kicking ass, and clearly you're a little bit of a humble guy because you don't really boast about it. So I appreciate that. And I love your passive mindset, man. You really are focused on the growth, not the money. I love that. Jazz saying, "Lady, stand up."
All right, maybe getting that 3-bar play playing out on the 10-minute to the downside here. Can we break that previous intraday low?
Who's the best ladies trader? That's a tough one.
Peace.
I'm
Or
biased.
Taylor.
Yeah, I'm biased, so I always say Misi. There's a few though that could kick your ass in a trade, so it's not really fair to just say one of their names.
Looks like we're trying to put a higher low on this candle, not making that new low.
Yeah, all of them could, Nox. You are correct. The thing I like about my chat is when you join that, at first you're like, damn, there's not that many people in here. But it's because a lot of my guys aren't sitting there talking their ass off. They're working their ass off. They're not sitting here to type all day long. They're looking to trade, looking to review, looking to analyze, taking as much information as they possibly can. That's what a majority of my group is. We got a lot more calm traders in my group. Who is this in trade floor? Who just said, "Man, that's why the bank or manage risk on news related days. That's why the banks failed." Whoever that is, you're funny.
They're not wrong.
No, they're not wrong at all. They're 100% correct.
It was like 2 sideways days in a row Silicon Valley failed.
True silent winners as we stalk our entry points. 100%. Bunch of lions in here.
Got about a minute 20 on our 10-minute candle and 30-minute candle in the market.
Manage risk on news related days. That's why the banks failed. They didn't manage risk. That still gets
That's
me.
good.
It's like the realest thing I'll read all day, probably. Microsoft, new low of day. AMD possibly reversing back to the downside. Another H pattern setup. Tesla still trying to defend even with Amazon's continued weakness. Google breaking down. Tech still hanging around that 1 and 3%. 1 and 3%. How is everyone in the stream doing? Thank you guys for getting me up to 110 likes. You guys are really awesome for that. What is everyone doing? You guys still trading? You guys looking to trade something? Have you already traded something? Are you just chilling? You just taking in some of the notes from today's stream? What's everyone looking at? Apple rejecting another lead test. Let's go see Mark. See what you're doing. First one was basically here to here. I didn't reach it. Second was basically here to here. They're almost up to it now. On the 5 minute. 1 minute's probably a little easier to see. I like the 1 minute for those lead tests because they're quick in and out. You don't have to worry about staying in too long. But they can also turn into trades that you can hold a lot longer. So it's a really good trade to potentially build yourself up on staircase method wise. You know, using just one contract quick in and out, and then over time building up more contracts selling at different targets. I would say the lead test is probably the best trade to work on because it really does teach you a lot. It doesn't just teach you just entry, it teaches you so much more. Patience especially, because it's about the setup. You don't just find a lead test every 5 seconds.
Netflix so far holding this control point slash golden pocket area from the low day to high day. But we are below the 90 MA on the 5 minute and the 10 minute.
Back testing lead test while I listen. Love it. And Moon, be sure to go through the scalp trading series if you haven't already. If you guys are a member of the YouTube channel or have premium or lifetime in my Discord, you need to be going through these videos. You have access to this. If you don't know how, just reach out. I'll help you out. But scalp trading videos, we're up to 15 episodes now. I haven't done another one yet. For the latest trade log, I just added an image. So if you want to review that, you can. The latest trade, though, I just did an image, so you just click that link and it'll take you to a picture. You can zoom out on it, see everything. But review that. Every single trade has a video. That was the first one I did an image for, just because it was so quick and I just had already done so much streaming and so many different breakdowns for a couple people. I just wanted to post an image. You do those daily? Thanks. Okay, awesome. Then I'll shut up.
Testing the 9 on the 10 minute here, right at yesterday low. See if they're going to pop that, and buyers try to take back control.
Pretty much just gotten a buy reaction from that higher low. We're hitting pre-market low, trying to see if we can retake that or not. Kind of initially where we fell from, too. You know, we fell from way up here, but they broke the meat of supports way down here. So it's kind of where we're back fighting again. I do see tech recovering a little bit. See other couple sectors also taking a couple hits, but also trying to curl back up. A lot of those weights that fell are all trying to curl back up off higher lows or double bottoms right now. So could be seeing the beginning of a move up on a lot of these charts. Might be seeing some consolidation first, but either way, I like a lot of these moves back up from their higher lows or double bottoms, like I said just a moment ago. And yeah, my bad, Mel. I'll go back to it. Yo, what's up, Wacko Jacko? I see you in here. What's up, Carrie? What's up, AS63? And good morning, anybody else in this Discord call that I might not have said good morning yet to. Glad to have you all here. If y'all are in the Discord call, you can type in trade floor. It doesn't, or wherever you want. I'll read it. I go through all the channels. Uh-oh, Mel, we getting that higher low? Or that lower high, I mean? There you go, Mel. You called it. Literally called it to the cent, to the minute. This looks to be like a really good lead test happening. Might be seeing a move to the downside happen here even more so, as long as they stay under 395.30s. They can pop above that. Buyers can re-show their hand to retry to break 395.50s. So very, very tight range here on the 1 minute. Playing the Apple lead test. I got into it early though. If you got in early, try to get out early. Third candle close in a row on the 1 minute under the 9 EMA. 3 minutes left on that 5 minute candle. It's crazy too, Mel, because you don't even need that big of a move to profit on those contracts too. Like that move right there already was insane enough. You could already be taking profits just chilling now, just off that lead test. Alright, I'm getting off the 1 minute. I'm going to go back to the 5. I'm going to control Z that fib. They are holding the 5 minute 9 EMA. We need to see if they get a pop over 395.30s, which again just brings us back into pre-market range. So we'll just be at the lower part of pre-market after that little dip out. All we did after that seller reaction though was just make a low and then a higher low. We're now back up into pre-market. I'm almost back to break even my early entry. Just be careful, Jack. Keep your plan in place. Don't just run away from it. If you have a stop, stick to it. It's crazy, Mel, because look, all that lead test happened in that 5 minute candle. Like you'd sit there and on the 5 minute be like, oh, that wasn't enough to profit. You go down to the 1 minute and you're like, damn, that was a lot. I could have made 30% on that move. It's okay, Jack. I think since I went to Discord call, a lot of people type there now too, so. Plus, you gotta remember, Jack, people are probably just chilling. Now that we're back in range, people are probably a little tired as we're heading into lunchtime in New York right now. Enjoy your live chat. You guys are calm. I appreciate that, Kurt Castro. Calms you. Good, good. I mean, there's just no point in freaking out. If you know what you're looking for, there's no reason to chase things that aren't in that parameter.
And we don't get super hype over, a 10-cent move after we say a call out like, oh my God, you just catch that. That's just not what we do.
And people that do that too.
All the time.
Triple Q's bouncing off of an emerging candle. Good call out, Alexis Santana. I like that you went out and were like, hey, that's an emerging candle level. To take it, one must trust it. Mike, I swear you're a philosopher or something. You got your major in philosophy. Hey, Blue, do you ever use the 20 and the 9 EMA or just the 9? I used to use the 9 and 21 EMA, which again is pretty much no difference to the 20 and 21. I hate when people say that, like, oh, I use the 8, not the 9. It's just so much better. Like, it's not that much better. You're pretty much trading the same thing. But back to what you were asking. I used to use the 9 and 21 EMA, and here, I'll even show you a... if you go to the Trading Strategies channel in Discord, I'll pull it up on stream. Where am I at? Here it is. Oh, it was the 20. My bad. Not the 21. It was the 20. So, yes, I used to use the 20. I couldn't even remember correctly. But I used to just go off of how I normally trade. Whoever asked that, Lucky Nugget, I would use the 40% or 80% entry still using price action, but the 9 and 21 EMA would be further confirmation. So if I see price breaking good levels, rejecting good levels, and also breaking those EMAs and rejecting them in the same sense as like a retest against a good level, I see them as levels, basically moving levels. Then I'll go for them. But I don't use it anymore, but it is a very, very strong and passive strategy. That's why I added it in here. 60 to 70% of confidence in that trade entry. If you take the retest under both the 9 and the 21. Or 20, sorry. I could have swore it was the 21, but clearly it was the 20. I don't think I have other examples with it. That might be the only one. Yeah, that was the only one. I use the 9. Oh, that's why I'm thinking of that. The 9 and 21 is what I would use for the daily time frame. I was wondering what the hell I was thinking 21 for. Hopefully that answers your question, though. Sorry, I'm not chatty to begin with. I traded yesterday at work and made a great game, but today I actually have to do more work. I'm just head enjoying the vibes and listening for nuggets of wisdom. I appreciate that, Eric. Glad to have you in here, man. And yeah, man, like I said, I don't care if anybody in here is chatty. Be as quiet as you want. When I started out, I didn't say shit to anybody. I just focused on me, what was in front of me. Be comfortable. That is what's most important. Not being chatty. Use the 8.5 EMA actually. Pinkies up. I see you. I see you. Imagine. Yep, it's actually very accurate, Lucky Nugget. Good eye. Back testing that on your own. It's very, very effective. Sometimes it can lead to bigger moves, but you at least know that a lot of the time, not every time, but a lot of the time, it will lead to a good short-term move, like you said. Good call out Jorge. Good call out Jacko. Good call out Kurt.
For Microsoft rejecting this other golden pocket area slash control point area that move from after consumer not consumer sentiment, the next news that came out and at 10:30. They are rejecting the golden pocket right now.
It's fun to trip to Cancun for your followers and do a live trading day sipping drinks by the pool. So the life of Leland. And what do you know, everybody? We are back to testing today's opening price yet again. We are back to square one with less energy. Now, to be fair, we have only used 19% of our average volumes. There is still a lot of energy left in this chart. Mel, there's a lot of orders saying about. Oh, hold up, I'm reading your own message. So the wife is having contractions this morning. I think today is the day. Congratulations, Jack. I hope y'all get there safe. Hope everything works out.
Yeah, congratulations. Wish you the best.
Could be a big day, Jack.
Could be now or the next 72 hours of just her being in contractions and squeezing your hand. So hopefully it doesn't break.
Are you gonna name it Jacko?
We're gonna get our next trader here soon.
Name's Child Bueller. Name's Child Lee Test. Oh, congrats though, Jack. Very happy for you, man. Can we have a poll on boy or girl? That's up to Jack. I don't want to overstep. Let's see what we're doing here, though. Apple did break 90 maybe back to the downside. We'll see if they hold that high or low or not. Microsoft is kind of in the same scenario. AMD already held their higher low. NVIDIA held another higher low. Super stoked. Feel bad for the wife right now, but I'm chilling. That's pretty funny. Give a free subscription for the best suggested name for the kid. Go for the poll. All right, we'll do a poll. We'll do a fun little poll. I'm just going to call it Jacko Jr., boy or girl. I'll just leave the answers as yes or no. All right, there you guys go. You can vote just to see if his kid is going to be a boy or a girl. I'm not allowed to vote, so I can't even pick. It depends in certain scenarios for me, Charlie. Like in relation to like my SPX scalping account that I've been doing, a lot of my trades have been limit orders that I leave open. I don't have like a restricted limit order, so it has to fill me at 3.65. Like, no, if it goes to 3.70, I can still get in. So I won't care about that. But what I do care about is what contract am I trading. So if I'm trading an out of the money, that's a few out, that's not like a bad delta, bad gamma, then I will probably just grab a limit because I know I don't have to worry about getting in or getting out super fast because I will have a little bit more control of the more stability of that price action on that bid and ask. Whereas buying an at the money or an in the money contract that's going to be moving a lot more rapidly because it's trying to go in the money. The more it's rapidly moving, the harder it's going to be to get in. So you almost have to market order. Like in relation to my XPX scalps, if I wanted to buy an in the money or an at the money, I have to market order in. I can't complain about what price I get in at because it's not going to be easy to get in with a limit order. But I do prefer limit orders because I feel like you get a lot more control of what you're doing and you get a lot more stability in the feeling of your trade. But then also, if you end up missing it, it can piss you off. So I feel like in a sense it also helps build up your strength for some of the mental battles you're going to have to take against the market where you miss out on opportunities, where you try to chase and then don't want to, so you stop yourself. These limit orders are really good at kind of building up that mentality, if that makes sense, of not complaining about missing an entry or something like that. Like, it's just you were too slow, you know? But in scenarios where you need to rapidly get in and get out, a market order is best. But you're going to have to worry about slippage. And there is negative and positive slippage, so that's always a fun fact. But this dedication Jacko doesn't take days off. Every day is Jacko's day off.
I'd like to add on as far as the market orders. Sometimes, depending on your brokerage, they won't let you place a market order on, say, like a 0 DTE contract. And you won't know about that until you press the buy button. So basically, you're still stuck there. You're ready to buy, and then you have to change it to a limit order to actually get in, which may or may not fill, so you may miss the whole trade anyway. So take note of that.
So far, this next 30-minute candle is trying to push higher, see if it can pop over that 396.60 area, which is the midpoint, and it's also yesterday close area at the 396.50. So we got a couple areas lining up there, and that's right above previous intraday high.
Oh, $1 over here. Doing investigative work to vote for girl. I see you. F, it's so windy around here that Spectrum is starting to disconnect. Oh, God. Bueller, I feel like my eardrums are inside of your keyboard. Good. Which it did, but if there's more movement than you think, it's coming and waiting and putting in market. I'm going back to SPY. I don't know why I'm chilling on the Amazon chart. Still fighting today's open, surprisingly. Pike, I use a plan with an unlimited high-speed hotspot to reconnect my laptop and or PC. $1 hooked up with the Matrix. What's up, Kiani? How you doing? They're trying so hard to breach this. Bueller typing is that scene from Bruce Almighty. Ah, I see, Pike. Yeah, they're finally pushing above today's open again. This is the 4th time in a row in the last 20 minutes or so. The question is, will they hold it? Seem to be for now. What was 50% of that drop? I was curious. Okay, so they rejected it there. That was that candle me and Mel were talking about. 9 EMA caught on the 5 minutes, so now you're kind of watching to see if they invalidate it. They do, and they kind of fight all in between here. Now they're not just breaking today's open, they're also breaking the golden pocket of that move down that they had. So very, very good reversal so far. Very clean with the fibs. I like how you talk, Tobias. Minnie said AMD still hasn't moved yet. Good post earlier in the chat, Minnie. I forgot what chart it was, but I did like your post a lot. I think it was on AMD, actually. Starlink. I can't wait till everybody has Starlink. That'd be so cool. You can't sit there and say it doesn't work, too. They're literally using it in military applications. Meh, not much I really like today. I haven't traded today, Noxto. I haven't touched shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't touch anything all day yesterday until the very end of the day. It was like the last 27 minutes I traded. I traded... Was it 33? Yeah, here it is. My entire trade was within this candle. I traded basically from open to almost close of that candle. And that was it. That was my only trade of yesterday. I missed a trade here because I did like this drop a lot. But I went to go message Leland just to kind of double confirm my theory. And I'm glad I didn't enter this because this is a good Lee test, but you didn't get a good retest of it. There wasn't any push up to this area. So you could say, oh yeah, there was a good retest right here. It's like, yeah, but it was more aggressive. So it was a very aggressive entry right here to catch that move. So I'm not mad at myself for missing that because I stuck to my rules. And then the only other trade opportunity that could have been set up that I'm personally looking for was from here to here, and then you look for the rejection at the 50%, which that did hit, but I was looking for a better lower high here. Just never got it. And then ever since then we've been on the uppity up. Bulls have been reversing, retaking, so I just haven't touched it. So don't feel beat up if you feel like, oh damn, everybody's caught a trade except me. Like, I haven't touched it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't touched a single thing on this chart. The uppity up. Yeah, shut up. I was actually just about to say the same thing, Sand Dollar, to Lucky Nugget. I was going to say there is places that you can subscribe for real market information. Benzinga's one of them. Benzinga's probably my favorite one because they've been around so long. They're well established. A lot of the guys there that are still there are really cool. Some of the ones I used to actually like a lot have all left, but a lot of really cool guys still at Benzinga. But yeah, their news feed's updated. You can go subscribe to it. I don't get paid to promote them. I just know that they're a good service. I haven't been using them, but they used to be I used to use them every single day. Yep, it gives it to the second. Up to the second, not up to the minute. They'll give you the exact second that news comes out. It'll say like 8:33 and 32 seconds, and then it'll tell you the exact time it came out. Yep, Rob. I don't like the 0 DTE influence on the market. Feel like every time we drop 10 to 20 points in 15 minutes, the premium spikes. So everybody buys that trash before we delta burn up again. Oh, it's not natural at all. 0 DTE premium has definitely increased over the years. That is for damn sure. Whether that's because of wider availability or rising popularity, it doesn't matter. It's definitely been becoming more and more into the market over time.
That's true. I remember in the money used to be less than $1 a contract. Now they're $2-3 depending on what you get. Ridiculous. The way it works though. Just gotta adapt.
All right, let's do one more breakdown on SPY, and then I think I'm going to end the stream there. But it looks like a lot of y'all are voting on Jacko's kid being a boy, not a girl. Sandollar's betting on the higher end of that, or lower end of that. We'll see, though. But today we had, I'm not going to say a range day because we did it first. We got a good rejection of a good level, so it's not like it just rejected out of nowhere. We did push back to a good part of this range here. Got a good lower high built. Got it back above the 9 EMA. And now we're just building back into range. We're pretty much right where we started this morning, a little over 2 hours later. So that's definitely going to be a big thing to watch out for the rest of the day for intraday trades, is looking for a break of this range. On the bigger time frames, we got a little bit of a different story. We're just basically doing the retest. Remember the other day I was telling y'all what to expect on the bigger time frames? I said if we open up higher and we don't push above this, we'll probably get a small red day. And if we do end up filling this gap, which we pretty much did now, we still need to be looking at to see if we're going to get a bounce off of this or we're going to get a continuation down back towards the 393, 392.30s, which again has been a very crucial area to try and get control of ever since we fell back under these levels here. Again, we rejected it, got back above it, fell under it, got back above it, held it, trying to get good footing back above it again at a higher level. So looks like bulls are trying to build off of this to try to get back into the 400s, but if they end up losing the kind of really the past couple days of support, this is not going to be looking good as they try to head back down to the lower part of this reversal we've had in the past couple weeks. But that's my breakdown for the day on bigger and smaller time frame. Hopefully we can catch some more trades going into the end of this day or going into tomorrow. We'll see, but I will see you guys in the Discord. If you guys want to tune into Discord, catch more updates, catch more conversation, discussion with the community as a whole, be my guest. Glad to have anyone join. But I'll see you guys later on. Real quick before I end the stream, I'll send an invite to the Discord in case you guys for some reason have issues with it. I have seen a few of you complain about there being issues with links, so there you go. But I'll see you guys later on. Thank you again. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. Please be here for tomorrow's stream. Hopefully we'll get some more excitement. But I'll see you guys later on.